Did you notice that sometimes when you start something interesting, it's interesting for several days or weeks or months, and then you just lose your interest and focus on something else? Or maybe you found yourself that you are not easy in committing to relationships, and for you it's easy to jump from one person to another, or just to stay single for a long time. So this video is for you, because here I will explain why exactly this commitment thing is happening with us, and what we can do about it. So how to prevent in future, like what work should be done so we would not struggle with this in the future. So the first thing what we want to know is that when we are struggling to commit to something from the outside, it means that on the energy level we are struggling to commit to something inside of self. What does it mean? When we choose something, when we are choosing some activity or a person, we navigate from what kind of feelings or emotions we are feeling inside towards this direction. So it's like something invokes some excitement inside of us, or interest, or it feels like something special, or I want to do it, it seems like something for me. And so these feelings, this is our feminine energy. And feminine energy, I use astrological terms, and please, if you don't understand astrology, it's no problem, you will understand everything else. Just I will use few terms that for people who understand astrology, know their charts, so it will be more interesting. So in astrology we have Venus energy. It's everything about what we enjoy in life, all the pleasures, everything about our sensations, about our five senses, how we kind of perceive life through sensations, like the way we enjoy things which are comfortable, which are beautiful, the way we enjoy our own self, our own sexuality, like how we choose someone as a sexual partner, and also how we attract art in general. So you go, for example, in the gallery, or you go to look at some performance, so you enjoy something, you enjoy music, you know, so you enjoy the costumes and the play and everything was going on. So this is a pleasure for our sensations. And so by using our Venus energies, we are actually connecting to the things we like. So this is how we choose. This is what I want to do, this is what I don't want to do. And do I find this person sexy or no? So one person is feeling that struggle with being committed to some activity in life, they jump from different things. It means, or you choose a partner with who you do not enjoy sexual relationship also. It means you are disconnected from some part in you, which is about understanding the pleasure, like your sensations. Our job is to improve our Venus energies, and actually by trying a lot of different things, because this is how we can feel the taste. Like when you listen to different music, you will eventually find those beats or those manners, those styles which are more pleasant for you. Or when you are trying different styles with clothes, different colors, you experimenting, this is how you learn. So what is connected to Venus energies for sensations? Our job is to try. I'm not telling you try with different people to have sex, so you would know more about your preferences, because we all live in different places in the world, and very different cultures and different views on that. Some people are easy about it, some people are don't. Usually if you are disconnected to Venus energy, it's not easy for you. So I would say that your job is to find what is tasty for you by doing what makes you interested, and no worries that you lose interest and start something else, because it doesn't matter what people think. Your job is to learn how it feels, what you enjoy. So it's like to be committed to what's actually pleasurable for you. It doesn't matter what, I don't know, religion says, society says, all those kind of rules and regulations, but your job is to connect to your own self, and like what styles of different things. When you will start to feel that something works for you, you will realize that, oh my god, I was really so disconnected in the past from myself. And for those people who struggle with commitment in relationships, those people struggle with moon energies, which is connected to our emotional world. It means that when person is disconnected to that, it's really hard to connect to other people on that level, because this is what creates this bond on the heart level. Because it seems in the beginning that you are like have very interesting communication, good sex, and seems like you have similar interest about future, or everything goes well, but you kind of not sure that this is really it, or like it just doesn't seem like interesting anymore, and you kind of don't understand like why in the beginning I was so fond of this connection and why it's not that, or you just cheat and literally cannot admit to yourself that those choice was actually not what you actually wanted in general. And so this happens because when we are disconnected from our emotions, so we are not listening to our emotions, we are detaching from them, because this happens with people who usually are in the career field and those who are more oriented on status, because when you want to be cool and successful and you have this great car and you have this reputation and you are like good, like for you it's important the image you have and the attention to your emotions. It's actually about admitting your own vulnerability and to share it with someone else. And so this doesn't really get along with being successful and I don't know, popular. And so the point is that people usually cheat and cannot commit to someone because they're not really connected to their heart, so they cannot identify when they meet someone with who they have really wonderful connections that this was that, because they don't feel. And maybe something really deep has to happen with a person so you would just notice that something is going on in the heart. But in general, people just connect with another people on the mental level and sexual level without heart connection. And heart connection is literally the thing which keeps us in relationship for the long term. Because if we are committed to someone, it means for us this person's well-being or the feelings of this person is important. And so you are not cheating because you understand that it will bring a lot of sadness and it will ruin what you've built. So you kind of, this value and this special feeling, it builds on the heart level when you are able to be vulnerable with someone else and someone else is vulnerable with you, and you both can accept it and can provide space for this to kind of be healed, or at least to be expressed. So my point is that when you feel that you cannot commit and find the right partner for yourself, it means that you're not connected to your emotions. That's why you cannot connect to someone else on emotional level. And so your job is to start to listen to your own feelings. And here as link, I did a video about how to process your emotions. If you're ready to step into that, it's like the algorithm of how to start to connect to your emotions. And the important part about it is that when you feel emotions, you have to know that they are there to help you to identify what works for you and what's not. Because when you have, for example, a sensational feeling, you can, for example, smell some food and you identify, it smells good, I want to taste it, or it smells like I don't think I'm interested in that. The same about yourself, the same about your partner, who are sexy for you, who are not. So this is what is helping tool for you, the Venus energy. And the Moon energy is for us to identify what works for us on the emotional level. Is it comfortable for us? Does this feel the energy is kind? Is this energy is accepting from there? So it's like when you connect to your emotions, you can identify from the person like those specific vibes which connect to your heart and which makes it special. Because you also naturally, when you are falling in love and your heart is open, you have tremendous amount of kindness and warmth and need for care, like the wish for care. And so this meets, for example, with a person's needs, and the same way person sends to you on the energy level the same vibe. And when you are ready to receive it, you are open to it. And both of you give it the way it's interesting for each other. It's all on the energy level. this is how to people understand that seems like the one, because this person understands me like nobody else. This person, it's so funny, it's so easy, I can be myself, and we can like talk about everything we want. Like a lot of different things have to match. And so to identify that this is it, you have to be connected to your inner world. And that's how for you it's easy to commit to something, because you understand your inner world says to you like, yeah, relax, this is it, no worries, you chose someone special. So it's not the point for you to run around and look for someone else. And also want to give you an example from my personal life. Since childhood, I have always been the one who tries different things and just lose interest and start to do something else. When I grew up, when I started some new interest, I was telling myself, Julia, you have to be consistent and you have to give it a time, be patient, and just keep doing it and just like try to maintain it. So I was trying and was not really interested, and just eventually I was like, okay, I have to give up and do something else. And so I always was asking myself why it's so hard for me to stay consistent, like all the people who do something for all their life. Like why for me it's so hard. And then I realized, by the way, I actually have astrology, which came to me out of nowhere in 2015. It just found me through books, accidentally. And since the time, like there were no day in my life, including, I don't know, even funerals, whatever, I like attended, I was still with astrology in my head. This is just so much a part of my life, which has never been forced. I never was telling myself that I have to do, I never lost interest. Like, it has always been so with me that I cannot imagine my life without astrology. And so I realized, like, wow, what sticks with us, it sticks naturally. And what we are naturally committed to, you don't have to do any effort for that, because it's obviously something like the part of who we really are. Because when you are connected to someone or to something, what helps you to see who you really are, and you feel like yourself without any pushing and forcing and trying, and it just stays, it just sticks, and it's not complicated. And the point is that we need to connect to ourselves, to commit to our own feelings, and to be who we really are, not being afraid. And that's when our life starts to be easier, because what we don't need, we'll let go naturally. We'll just go from our life. And when we are more having this integrity and understanding who we really are, we will be more connected to what's actually about us and people and circumstances and activities. Okay, and if you're curious to know about what's exactly with you and how to help you in different sensational, emotional parts, I do readings, I do astrological consultations, so the link for this is down below. Okay, see you in the next videos. Bye bye.